playing skill.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch. I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Hey, ready! We're ready! The 48 right now. Let's go. Get the ball. Got it. 48.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
It was a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Pretty good play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready. Watch the run. Hey, South. Hey, 59, ready. 48 to Mike. Here we go.
On third down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Elliott running right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 38, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Hey, echo. 58.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. It's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Base. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Mike 54, Mike 54.
Here's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Maher is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, it's Elliott. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Ito Smith, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Back now in Atlanta. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Check, 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 check.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 30 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Right here. Man left. 3 down.
On first down, Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Flush to his right. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.
Ladies and gentlemen,